good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on your location. I'm Rakesh More from Chicago, Illinois, uh, USA. Currently, I'm working as a AI portfolio manager in uh, at AJ Gallagher, Chicago. So, welcome to my presentation at third international conference on computer science and information technology advances. Today, I'll be discussing my study on Nemo Guardrail for safe and secure insurance AI. Uh, this work addresses the critical challenges of hallucination, factual accuracy, and regulatory compliance that insurance company face when deploying uh, conversational or we can say that generative AI. Our finding demonstrate how domain-specific guardrails can significantly improve accuracy and safety while maintaining the benefit of generative AI system. So I'll be covering in this presentation motivation of my study. Then we'll discuss about the uh, hallucination and the safety challenges and how we can mitigate those challenges in insurance industry using the uh, domain specific guardrail. So let's deep dive into the presentation. So let's start with the research motivation. So this topic is very close to my heart because I'm working in insurance industry more than 25 years, and I saw how insurance industry is changing decade by decade. However, in last 2 years, 2 to 3 years, the insurance industry has rapidly uh, changed, and they have adopted uh, AI everywhere. If you see the trend, like 77% of insurer now deploy AI somewhere in value chain. So can you imagine like one third, uh, sorry, not one third, it's a three quarters of the industry already using AI, and the business impact is substantial. Like just check a claim processing time comparison. This is the study which I received from the 30 AI agent in insurance statistic. So earlier it used to take 80 hours for claim processing. Um, Now it is taking less than a 1 hour or 2 hours. So it is 75% reduction in claim processing time. So, however, this rapid adoption comes with the significant risk that threaten both customer threat and operational stability. And without a proper system or guardrail, AI system can produce inaccurate, in or inappropriate output that could lead to regulatory violation, customer dissatisfaction, or financial losses. So this tension between innovation speed and safety from uh, this is the main goal of our or my research or study. So let's before we discuss anything, let's discuss how insurance or how AI in insurance landscape. So if we talk, ins- AI is everywhere in insurance nowadays. So if you take a claims automation, so claims automation accelerate the processing, which reduce the manual touch point. Computer vision assess the damages from or using photos or videos, and that does not require to visit a actual site uh, of any incident. NLP document parsing can extract the relevant information from complex policy and claims document or from customer communication. Fraud detection algorithm identifies suspicious pattern that human reviewers might miss. Uh, and we all are aware about customer service chatbot, which are now 24 by 7 assistant. And then underwriting analytics improve risk assessment accuracy. But what is the most striking here? If you see the uh, market study, and that is a global AI in insurance market, and they are expecting that market will be by 2030 to 79.9 billion. This is huge. And this exponential growth, it is going with a growth rate of 33% per year. It's just very, very, very fast. So this exponential growth makes implementing proper guardrail even more critical, right? As as any safety gaps will scale with this market adoption, so there will be huge issues. So with these all are the motivation. What is the challenges? So first, let's discuss about the first challenge, that is hallucination problem. What is hallucination actually? So when AI system generate content that seems plausible but actually incorrect, fabricated, or not grounded in provided context, and particularly dangerous in high stake domain, and it is more dangerous when we talk about the regulatory domain like insurance. So as per the Stanford study, when 15 to 35% hallucination rate observed in modern models nowadays. And uh, we do not have a specific study on uh, insurance applications. So I have collected that data for legal AI applications, because legal and insurance, I think it's a similar kind of thing. So we are getting 14% error there also. So and this is tremendous when you are saying the 14% data are inaccurate and hallucinated. And root cause of that AI hallucination, like it's because of training data limitation or gap, and a lack of domain knowledge grounding, and over optimizing of fluent output rather than accuracy. Like everyone want the speed and fast, and they are not giving attention to accuracy. And then the problematic generation bias, like generating a text what we like based on that. So in this instance, or in this context, these hallucination could lead to incorrect policy interpretation, misleading customer communication, and there may be chances of compliance violation. So definitely we need to fix this thing. This is one problem. Another problem is safety limitation. Like when we examine the current landscape of AI safety tools, we find a significant gap. Like uh, there are a solution in market. We talk about the Llama Guard uh, from Meta, Azure Content Safety from Microsoft, Amazon Guardrails from Amazon, and then the Cloud Instant AI Shield. Those are really good tool, but they are able to fix toxic content, harmful content, and then PII protection, the personal data protection. However, they cannot, they or none of these solution address the insurance specific uh, factual accuracy or domain compliance. So they cannot verify if a response about the policy coverage is accurate, or if claim guidance follow company procedures, or if except like if someone is giving explanation whether that is aligned with the regulatory requirement or not. So this critical gap means that uh, even even if we well guarded AI system, if we talk, it's still a problematic or vulnerable to producing factually incorrect or non-compliant output. So this precise gap also uh, address. So this precise gap also strengthen our uh, research to address this kind of issues. So that's what we are thinking, to implementation of domain specific guardrail with NVIDIA Nemo. It's must. Along with that, why it is more necessary? If you see, this is the regulatory landscape. This is from the US only. Uh, we have a NAC, we call NAC, that is the National Association of Insurance Commissioners. So they will provide some guidelines to all the insurance company when you are doing the business in US, and we need to follow their rules and regulations. If we are not we means the insurance company is not following the rules and regulation, then they will fine it, or there will be some, they sometimes remove the license to do the business in that particular state. So if you see here, all red mark state that is already adopted their guideline while using the AI. So we are here actually. My company is insurance company. We are doing the business here. So we are adopted whatever the regulatory rules and regulations for AI. So those and rules and regulation, it's very simple, and it's true for more reliable and safe AI. Like what they are asking establish the AI governance, so that there should be a structure for AI development, deployment, and monitoring. There should be transparency. Like what if you are using the AI in insurance company, you should tell your customer where are you using the AI, so that they are aware. Do the risk management, like the whatever you are using, so you should assess the risk, so that the customer, all important or private data should not be uh, exposed to outer world, and use the mitigation strategy. Regular testing, monitoring, and third party validation for audit purpose. So do the audit. And if you are using a third party vendor, nowadays most of the people are using third party vendors. So you need to do the due diligence with that third party vendor if you are using their tool to do some process inside your company. So this regulatory requirement make implementing proper guideline not a just technical based, but the compliance necessity. With this all necessity, let's discuss generalize when what is this Nemo guardrail. When I'm saying that we need to implement the Nemo guardrail, what is the Nemo guardrail? So Nemo guardrail provide a comprehensive architecture for implementing safety mechanism in generative AI system. So the framework consists of five core component we called as a distinct rail. That is these are the five different color distinct rails you will see. And then the best part is this complete architecture is highly configurable with the help of language Golang. And i- unlike general content filter, those are just filter the uh, output. This Nemo guardrail uh, enforce the policies at multiple stage, and it covered the flow from input to output, protecting against various risks. And what is the best part? Best part is this Nemo guardrail can be customized with insurance specific policy and knowledge. You can alter the architecture of this Nemo guardrail only for the insurance specific domain, where you can protect content safety, privacy protection, prompt injection, and then compliance. So this five guardrail, like input will take care of filtering the harmful content and detect injected attempt. Dialogue rails mention manage the conversation flow and enforce. Here it will come insurance boundaries or business related interaction boundaries. Retrieval rails, if you are using RAG and you are extracting some document, so that reliability of that document or the safetiness of document, that retrieval rail will use. As I said, nowadays people are using a third party tool. They'll call the API. Suppose that if I'm putting into the chat GPT, just I'm taking example, what is the current news? So chat GPT will not get a data from the model, because that model is somewhat old. So it will go to the internet and bring the news. So that API is kind of thing. So that execution rail will take care of that, controlling the external action. And then the output rail. Output rail is will check the output whether it is safe to deliver to the user or not. So this is the complete package basically. You can configure it, and each step is monitored by this guardrail. That's what it's called as guardrails. These have multiple rails. So if you go to the workflow for insurance specific guardrail implementation, we don't have to think about everything. So we are here. If you are implementing this for insurance specific guardrail, so the process begin with the user input, where user is asking something about the customer query with a policy. or claims or any other question. So it will first send to the domain knowledge check, where uh, that uh, basically I just little bit go back and see the dialog rail and retrieval rail. This is the two rails will come into the picture for domain knowledge check, where that RAG will pull the document, fetch the document from the trusted knowledge source, and that domain knowledge check will ground it and check the actual policy document or claims guideline or company procedure, and then check whether everything is correct in that document. This is our first gate. And if that is the uh, pass, then it will pass that thing to policy validation after verification. Then this is our second gate. What policy validation do? Policy validation is kind of regulatory and the compliance check. Here, that particular thing will check whether it's a uh, all this data, whatever is coming, it's according to regulatory compliance, disclosure requirement, or alignment with the company policies. If it passes the second gate, then it will, we can say that it is safe to share with the user. But if it is fail at the gate 1 or gate 2, whether we are saying the fact verification and compliant verification, then it will have a fallback options. What are those fallback options? The first is human escalation. So it will pass it to the uh, agent or customer care for the interaction, where human can check where is the issue and then inform the user. Or template response, pre-approved safe answer, like this information is missing and because of that we cannot answer, or we can answer. And the or third one is the limited information, provide the general guidelines only, where we are not sharing any compliant or personal data. If that is the case, then you just share the general guideline. So this multi-layer approach ensured both factual accuracy and the compliance. So this is the complete flow from input to output. So how we need to implement this? What uh, action or what consideration we need to take while implementing that guardrail? So first, we suggest or recommended the scope definition that will help to reduce the hallucination, like the define the coverage explanation, claim guideline, and everything. Then next is the curated training data. So assemble a rich data set, including claim notes, regulatory compliance document, policy leverage definition, customer service interaction log, so that whenever that guardrail or the RAG is extracting data, it will find the correct data. Template based generation, if you want to share the exact same answer, then create a response template from for common scenario where user is asking the common question where we can answer it, and make sure that it's consistent while allowing the controlling personalization. Feedback loop, so how we can get a feedback to monitor rejection rate pattern, why it is rejecting, and adjust the policy rules based on the false positive if you are doing feedback, and the continuously expand the knowledge base. It's very important. If there is any change to your processes, include that thing in this loop so that AI system or this guardrail is up to date. And regular review by compliance team. If that guardrail is compliant to everything or not, or whether it's making a mistake or something. And then the last part is that the integration. Then the hook up the API, like connect this guardrail through API hooks into existing system. It may be your claim processing system, or policy or billing system, with comprehensive audit logging and then analytics, and then version control capabilities. So this stage approach will allow the major implementation with continuous improvement. So this is covering, it is continuous improvement, and you are making sure that we have feedback loop as well as the you have a template based generation. So after doing this thing, we tested our implementation. So this did uh, results are coming from the multiple sources. One, the internet source I have taken. Second thing, whatever the our company, my company is implementing, I have taken the some database result from there, and I used some third party or publicly open database to test it. And what we found that after implementing this, the hallucination rate are down from 25% to 5%. So it's a very huge win, I can say that. And then coverage errors are from 18% to 4%, procedural error from 15% to 3%, and regulatory issues are almost none. So when you see this improvement, it's really good. But it's not only hallucination rate. This improvement translated directly into business benefits. How? Like if we see factual accuracy is changed by 18 point and customer satisfaction is increased by 12 point. So this is a huge win if we are able to increase the customer satisfaction. Compliance finding is down and the human escalation rate is also down. So this is also, so this reduction in hallucination directly we are getting the improvement with customer satisfaction and operational efficiency. So this is the key insight from here. So while also we are eliminating the compliance issue. So this is really good results we are getting. There may be plus minus 10% when you uh, implement this in real world based on the customization. We have considered or we are recommending some ethical consideration also based on the NAC thing. What is that? The bias mitigation. Like sometimes we observe that uh, AI will be biased because of similar kind of questions. So you need to implement something. So where we observe that there is a zip code bias in our implementation. So we implemented demographic fairness validator there. So that is the extra point. Transparency, as we say, uh, clearly disclose the AI usage in customer interaction and customer communication. Nowadays, most of the people are doing that thing. That is good even for paper also. If we are using the AI, we are just mentioning that this is the AI is used for this particular thing. So that is thing. Human in the loop. This is a very important part. We are doing it for all our softwares where we are saying that data verification station, once the data is extracted or calculated by AI, will put human oversight, especially for complex cases and high-stake decision like coverage denial or large claim settlement. So this is the risk-based escalation protocol, and we recommend to use this one. Privacy protection, this is really important. We need to implement robust PIR detection and reduction so that will not share or expose the health information or PII data, SSN numbers, or important data with outer world. And fairness, that is also one we need to customer ensure equality treatment across the customer uh, thing. So all these are the ethical consideration we need to consider, and then we need to customize it. So guardrail operationalize ethical AI by design, not as an afterthought. So that's what, as I said, we need to design this accordingly. After this one, I'm just suggesting some future research direction, and uh, we are seeking you guys who partner with us to do some insurance specific AI safety uh, next research. You can contact us and collaborate the possibility. There are a couple of things which is main thing is the latency optimization. I'm working on it. Like if we are adding more step to guardrail, there may be some latency because AI needs to process all those things. So that is one thing. Multi-model support, like we want to extend the guardrail frameworks to support multiple LLM. How we can do? Then the It is a good we now this is all tested only for PNC insurance, personal property and casualty, but we can expand all this thing to life insurance as well as the health insurance. Both are very complex domain, but yeah, we can utilize that. And not only life and health insurance, we can expand it to some other domain like legal or something else. And there will be some long term which is very difficult. I just noted there, like take example simply improving guardrail. Is it possible based on the feedback loop, can guardrail improve himself? So that is the one thing uh, I'm just suggesting. So with that note, I think I'm on time. Yeah, we have some time. With that note, I just wanted to conclude my presentation. So our research identifies and address four critical aspects of AI safety in insurance. First is a we expose a critical safety gap, like a generic AI safety tool don't address insurance specific factual accuracy or regulatory compliance need. Second, we demonstrated very good result. Domain specific guardrail reduce hallucination by 80% and eliminate compliance finding. That's a very good. And as we discuss about the regulatory alignment, like the implementation satisfied a key NAC requirement for AI governance or risk management or auditability, and that is very important thing. And for ethical foundation, it's not only uh, like only doing some technical thing is the beyond mere compliance. These guardrails enable responsible AI deployment that genuinely protect consumer and build lasting trust. That is the very important part. Now, as if we want to define everything in one line, that is as AI deployment accelerate in the insurance industry, integrated guardrails are not optional; they are essential. This is my thought process. With that note, I'll conclude my presentation. Thank you very much for your uh, attention. And now I'm open for any question. Here is my information. If you would like to connect with me, please send an email to me. We can connect offline.